I'm alright, 'cause I'm okay. Doesn't matter if my beard is gray. Just listen, I have something to say. I'm alright, 'cause I'm okay. And this old goat has something to say. So just keep learning through Grandpa Dennis's turning. Hello, I'm Dennis Pravinsky, and welcome to Grandpa Dennis's wood turning studio. Today, it's all about safety. Well, I've just experienced a horrendous event. The reason I'm doing this is to help other wood turners realize how dangerous this can be. And people who like to watch wood turning, this is not a sport. This is not an event for the weak at heart. You'll notice that I'm perfectly fine and I feel normal. Well, my wife doesn't think I'm normal, but I feel normal. You'll notice that I seem to be perfectly all right. And that's mainly because of this helmet. Who would have thought you needed a hard hat or a helmet for wood turning? I never would have thought that. The only reason the helmet is here is so that I could get air blowing in through here, filtered air, blowing in through here and down the front of my shield. Everyone knows you need a shield for things flying off the lathe, but a hard hat? Well, believe me, this did save me. I'm going to show you a video of how I set up a 14-pound casting onto my lathe and didn't use the proper technique. That casting came flying off and landed square on top of my head. It was doing 500 RPM at the time. That's a significant blow. If it weren't for that helmet, I'd be in some serious trouble. So I'm going to show the video of that in slow motion. You can see the force that it took, and I'll do a bit of explanation about that. My goal here was to try and smoothen out the bottom of the casting so that I could put a glue block onto there. In order for the glue block to set properly, the bottom has to be very flat. These are the jaws I was using at the time. This happens to be one-way jumbo jaws, but you can also get a very similar product called Cole's jaws. Now the difficulty that I had is I put the 15-pound casting right into here and squeezed the jaws so that it gripped on the rubber stoppers. I didn't tighten that enough, number one. Number two, when I went to smoothen out the bottom of the casting, I had the speed at 500, which is way too fast. And secondly, I used my carbide tool to shape the bottom of the casting, but I dug it in too deep and I was pushing too quickly. It got a catch and ripped it right out. The other problem, and this is the most important one, I did not bring my live center tailstock up to the center of the casting. If I did that, it would have pushed support against the jaws and it wouldn't have come out. These things can be used very well and they are a very good product. But you have to use them properly and carefully. This is not a substitute for a faceplate, and it's not a substitute for proper jaws and chucks for your lathe. This is the piece that came flying off the lathe. This is just under 15 pounds. It's about 10 inches across here. And I had it going at about 500 RPM. This is the respirator model that I have. I've done a little bit of research with regards to a casting that would weigh 14 pounds, traveling at a speed of 500 RPM, and the distance away was like 2.5, 3 feet. Now there's one measurement is called joules, the other is called force. What I've been able to determine is the joules were anywhere from 70 to 90, and the force was as much as 900 pounds. Now I think that's using a very large 5-pound hammer with significant force. If that had landed on my skull without the helmet, I think you can imagine what could have happened. Certainly, it's very likely I would have had a skull fracture. Without doubt, a concussion. Could have had severe lacerations depending on whether the edge hit my skull or not. Possible traumatic brain injury and even spinal cord injury. I don't have to tell you what a brain bleed could possibly lead to. My family insists that I was very lucky. However, my definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity. The preparation was wearing the correct safety gear. The negative opportunity was the casting flying off the lathe at my head. You can't always control the negative opportunities, but you can have 100% control over the preparation. My message to you is to always prepare with proper safety equipment. I hope this video will enlighten people that just want to watch wood turning and wood turners to the dangers that we have in this particular profession. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I promise you, most of the videos that I do from here on are going to be much, much safer. Leave me a comment. I would like to know, especially from wood turners, if they encountered any serious issues, either injuries themselves or near injuries, or if they really did protect themselves with the proper safety gear and thus prevent a serious injury. Leave me a comment to those effects. Till the next time, keep on turning.